Man, I'll show you how we ride. Got the front brake locked up, see the back wheel pop up on the new all-one. Man, I'll show you how we ride. 5 can't stop me on a new Kawasaki. Watch me outrun. Man, I'll show you how 98, we ride. 900, Jixon 750. I'm the shit beat. More sticky with me than a hippie.
Hello and welcome to Kickstand episode number 3 with Sasha K. A special K. I am your host, the Wood.
And may I ask you, ours?
The Driftwood.
Who is what was I going to ask you?
What's that?
Who is sponsoring today's episode?
Well, today we are actually sponsored by no one, which means
By the universe.
Which means we are sponsored by the universe. Honestly, I don't know why I wrote that down. When I did write that down, I was like, if no one's sponsoring us with money, then we are sponsored with gratitude of people watching.
We're sponsored by love.
Yes,
for two wheels.
Just infinite love of the universe coming in. And now we start our meditational
retreat.
So close your eyes. But anyway, thank you for listening once again. If you haven't listened to the previous episodes, please feel free to go back and listen to those first.
Yeah, man. Shout out to SoundCloud. They're hosting our fucking episodes, but that's because we're paying them. So it's like, it's not really a sponsor. We're sponsoring them. Damn. But yeah, episode 1 and 2 are out on SoundCloud, obviously. We've actually started a Facebook page as well. It's just called Kickstand Podcast. Ooh. And I think that's the actual link as well.
It sounds very fancy.
I was going to say homosexual, but whatever, man. Same shit.
Fancy and homosexual are interchangeable, though.
Yeah. So, like I was saying before.
Man, what?
Like I was saying before, Al. So
what are you laughing at?
You've had some pretty decent, in terms of positive reviews on the last 2 episodes. So I guess it's a good thing that you've initiated this thing, man. People seem to be, although not many, but people seem to be enjoying it, man. Like Sam, I'm very happy. Or no, Sam posted some shit on Facebook and he said, "Oh, I was at home alone in the garage and I was listening
in the garage, and
I was listening to Kickstand episode 2 and it helped me fix my ZX7R."
Yeah.
So there you go, man.
His carbies weren't working, and then like he put the podcast on and just started working.
Man, when you're riding rich like Sam Carter, fucking hell, man. There's nothing you can't fix with money.
We're through a whole tank just trying to like start it. That's how rich he's riding. Fucking sick.
Yeah, so recap of last episode, man. What we talk about?
Well, last episode I had you and Sash on and Thomas.
Yeah.
And Sam. Sam was just sitting there. I didn't give him a mic. I was like, fuck him. Well,
that's raw.
He doesn't get to be in it.
Savage.
Savage Dior. Yeah, so we talked about the MSR beginnings and talked about how you guys got into bikes. Yeah. So to start this one, I'm going to say, how'd you get into bikes?
CBF, man. I already told you. If you want to listen to that shit, go to episode 2.
No, but if you are interested in that, if you are interested in how he actually started riding and how he got into bikes, as well as how Sash got into riding, that's on episode 2.
Last episode.
Feel free to hop on over there before you start listening to this, or you can listen to this and that. There are no rules.
No rules.
Eventually there will be, and you'll have to abide by them. But
the only rules are do a wheelie, brah.
For now, there are no rules. So, Sasha,
Yeah.
What do we have on the agenda?
Man, now that we're like sort of getting into winter, or like those shitty, the shitty part of the riding season where it's like wet and cold and miserable, and most people find any excuse to not fucking ride a motorbike. Yeah. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk about like, stacking, because this is sort of like the...
man, what better way to talk about riding than to talk about stacking,
Look, man, some people believe that the word or the acronym MSR is synonymous with the word stacking. So, I don't know where they got
stack
this.
Riders.
Look... You know what? Nobody wants to take the Ninjet riders on board, and that's why MSR feel You know, we're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Ninjets, nobody wants you, but we'll take you. You
Man,
know, it's like, you know what it's like?
Yeah.
It's like you go to the fucking candy shop and there's like this candy that hasn't been bought in fucking ages, right? Just sits there. Nobody wants it. It's like that shitty licorice flavor that no one wants. And, you know, it's about to be thrown out. And you're like, dude, I feel sorry for you, candy. I appreciate you. You're loyal. You've been sitting in the candy shop. You're smart. And you take it, and then you eat it, and you're like, ugh. You know, and everyone's like, oh, look at this faggot eating this disgusting candy. Well, dude, I'm taking it for the team.
Man, see, I've been like thinking about this actually. Like, it's a funny thing that you said this. I've been thinking about this for the past like couple of days. I'm like, man, there's a very big divide that's happening in MSR. People
divide.
Yeah, like I don't know if
how
you know,
so.
Okay. So between the people that have been writing for a while and have learned you pick up some experience, and the people that are starting are too scared to ask, and people that are experienced don't want to answer questions because they can't be fucked, and they just look down on people. And it's like, dude, you know, it's the whole we've all been there kind of thing. It just never catches on. People seem to never really take it on.
Yep.
And also, I've spoken to many friends that I used to like ride with and hang out with back in when I first met you guys, and now they're like, oh no, I can't be fucked with MSR, and I'm like, well, why? And the number one reason is, I just can't be fucked with the people and like the bitchiness and the shit talk, and I'm like, well, why is that? I tried to like really analyze it. Why is that? And I think it's because it's gotten. I mean, it's not the sole factor, but I think one of the most important things that's caused this is that there's so many people. The internet paradigm has taken over. It is no longer the closed small group that everyone knows each other anymore, and the internet factor has taken over. The anonymity has taken over. Being, you know, well, not really anonymous. You're not completely anonymous, but you know, you're behind a computer and stuff. It's the whole trolling thing all over again. The reason the trolls are gone is because they pissed off a lot of people.
It
was really entertaining, and a lot of people want them back. They're like, oh, I miss them, and I'm like, dude, I miss them too, but not at the expense of people's, you know, just like, you know, people's day. Don't fuck up someone's day for entertainment. And I think the way it is right now is awesome. Obviously every now and then something happens and you've got to come up and clean shit up and whatever and feel like you're at a kindergarten all over again. But I guess it's part of the fun.
Man, my biggest concern is for the people that sit in front of the computer exponentially times more than they do spend on their motorbike. And that is why they get butthurt.
I don't understand, man. I don't get it.
Okay, let me break it down. You got 24 hours in a day. 10 of those hours you're sleeping because you're a fucking lazy cunt, right? So now you've got 14 hours left. Out of those 14 hours, shitting and washing your face and eating takes 4 hours, right? So you got 10 hours left in a day.
Yeah.
Those 10 hours, right, you could spend doing whatever you want. But most people spend those 10 hours in front of a fucking computer. By choice, you know, instead of out there riding, you know what I mean?
People are bored, man. People in today's like whole system, people are just bored.
Well, this is what I'm trying to say, man. MSR is not
work, whether you work, whether you have a hobby, whether you have anything that you do, you'll always be back home at some point in your day where you're just bored shitless.
Look, man, like I'm saying, MSR is not a Facebook group. It's not a Facebook page. It's not an Instagram account. You know, it's not a Snapchat account. MSI is a community of people that ride.
But it is,
mate.
Shit.
But that's the fundamental issue, man. Wait, then you made that. That's the fundamental issue, man.
Yeah,
people just get upset about sitting in front of a computer being butthurt. You know what? It's good that you are getting butthurt because you should fucking log off, turn off, get the fuck on your bike, go for a fucking ride, mate.
Man, so I can't agree anymore. Like, I recently got added into.
Let's shut it down.
I'm not going to drop any names, but I recently got added into a group convo, and I'm like, "What's this? Is this something to organize something like a surprise or whatever for someone?" And then, like, I quickly figured out that all it was for is some guy added all these guys in that are friends with this other guy, and he's like, delete him off everything you have as a friend from groups that you admin on. I'm like, first of all, let's just slow down. Why? Oh, he's just a fuckwit. Dude, it's Facebook. What did he do? Did he come to your house? Did he call you? Did he harass you personally? Oh no, he's just posting stupid shit. Dude, it's Facebook.
Man, I stay out of all
It's
that political
Facebook.
shit. All I do is on Saturdays and Sundays, I try to go out and stunt. If not, I try to go out for a group ride. If not, I'm at a fucking MSI event. And then during the week, I ride to and from work. All right? I can't be fucked with any of that political shit.
Yeah.
You know, and look, if I was balls deep in it, man, I'd probably want to kill myself by now, man. Because, you know, political shit and you know, people not being able to, you know, live or work with each other happens all the time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Bada bing.
Bada bing, bada bang.
Bada boom. Yeah.
But let's get back to the conversation of stacking.
Yeah.
This is, you know, like ninja riders, yes, you know, culprits. But what about normal people?
Yeah, man. Normal.
What about normal people?
Normal people.
Normal people.
Alright, guys, we're going to talk about normal people now that we're done with Ninja 300
you
riders.
know, I was thinking about it. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, people sometimes give shit to other people for stacking. But is stacking really a bad thing, or is it really part of riding? I reckon it's part of riding.
Man,
Like,
it's got its ups and downs, and it's got its positives and negatives. Like I learned some things from stacking that I wouldn't have otherwise learned from just riding. It would have taken me a very long time, and I would have stacked anyway. You know what I mean? Like, or did something worse. So I'm grateful for most of my stacks, and I am happy to say most of them were not my fault. Like, well. Obviously, I could have done things if I had the experience, I would have done things to try and avoid and prevent that kind of stuff. And maybe it would have lessened my risk and chances of things happening like that.
yeah.
But most of them were not me just going, okay, this is directly my fault. This is all me. But I still, even though I went, okay, this and this and this happened, which caused me to stack. It's not completely my fault, but what could I have done to minimize the risk? Every time I stack, every time I drop it, I reassess, and then you come back with a better mentality and a better understanding of road riding. That's I tell people this all the time. Road riding and track riding, it is actually very, very different. Obviously it's very different. You're on a track, you're on a road, but most people confuse riding skill being exchangeable between the track and the road. I think with minimal skill, you can be the best road rider if you have good roadcraft. Roadcraft is what people miss out on. They go hard but don't watch out for things like, for example, when you're like, I'll explain one of my stacks. I was basically in the mountains. I was going hard on my little 250 and little quacker, and I'm just like maxing it out. I feel like a boss and everything. I'm like, this is sick. And my technique is getting better. As in, like, I'm not doing anything wrong in terms of how I'm anticipating corners and whatever. I'm doing everything like I'm on the track. But I'm not looking out for shit that's on the road. I go around a blind corner and I see a parked car, which caused me to go wide, and I pretty much, like, a parked car in the middle of the corner, broke down.
Fucking squid.
Yeah, I was like, shit, man. I just went wide and went into the ditch. Nothing happened. I stopped in the ditch. I was like, whoa, that was really close to me actually.
Oh, so you didn't actually stack?
I didn't have a serious crash, but I'm saying that could have ended really, really badly. And it helped me learn from that. So nothing bad actually happened from the same reason, reoccurring again, if that makes sense. This is why these days I'm very cautious when I see a blind corner, because I always remember that. Every stack I have has been like archived into a certain category of what not to do. And every time I'm in a situation where I've had a stack in that situation, or a near stack, or something like a scare, I straight away go back to that, and I'm very cautious because of that.
Was that your first stack?
No, my first stack was actually on like my second day of riding.
Shit.
And it wasn't really a stack, I just dropped it, and I was doing U-turn. I was doing U-turn on a hill. So now I know. No, I mean, this has been ringing throughout every time I'm ever doing a U-turn.
Implanted in your mind.
Yeah, because it was my first fall. I did a U-turn on a hill, which you just don't do when you're first starting out. Uphill, yeah.
Fuck, rookie
Yeah.
mistake.
Uphill, yeah. So I went to do it. Stopped halfway and just went.
Yeah. You know, last episode, how I was talking about those chicks that rocked up to my house on the CBR 250s.
Yes.
Well, that's how one of them, you know, the one that I stacked into a bush.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we had it, because she tried to do the same thing, but I think she just tried to start, like, you know, she tried to, like, she stopped at a red light on a hill and tried to take off. You know, so like sort of the same thing, but not doing a U-turn. But yeah, that shit's like rookie mistake, man. Easy as to lose your balance.
Do you know what I did after that? After that one stack in particular,
Do tell.
Do I thought you said something. Do tell. What? Where's Thomas?
Do tell.
Well, actually, after that stack, I started practicing my hill starts and my hill U-turns. I forced myself to do slow hill U-turns.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, slight hill, not like fully steep,
but still, like
just slight, just like, you know, like I forced myself to just learn it, and now if I have to do it, I won't do it if I can choose not to.
Yep.
I'll avoid it. But if I go, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it here, I am a bit more comfortable doing it than if I didn't practice it a little.
Man, that's good, because, you know, it could have gone one or two ways. One, you could have been shit scared of doing it and you would have avoided it at all costs.
Yeah.
And the second way is what you did, which is like try to overcome your fears by, you know, improve on your technical skills, which is what you did, which is fucking fantastic, man. Sick. Good on you. I appreciate you.
Learned that.
You loyal.
I learned that from I learned that from my what's it called, one of my family friends that he like rides in America actually. I went over when I was 14 years old and he had a bike and shit, and he's like, man, I'm like, isn't it dangerous? You know, every kid says that. He's like, isn't it dangerous? How do you deal with it? He's like, man, every time you fall, every time something bad happens, make sure you learn from it. And that stayed with me until I turned 18 and got a bike, and I was like, you know what, all right, learn from everything. And to me, learning from something is not just going, okay, I accept that I fucked up, but it's actually going out of your way to try and recreate that and up your skill.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
So what's your first stack? That bush thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but
what's your first stack on your own bike, though?
Yeah, my first stack on my own bike after I legitimately got a license. Yeah. Right? Would have been, all right, so, you know, when I first got my license, the first thing I did was jump on YouTube, type in how to wheelie, right? Right? And then I started watching like all those American stunt videos. Yeah. You know, they're like on their 636s and shit, 954s going down the highway, balance points.
Crazy, man.
And I was like, holy shit, like, I can't even believe this shit's actually real.
I can't believe it.
I don't believe it, you know? So I was like, fuck, you know, stunter for life, bro. And this is like the second day of me getting a license, right? And I had a CBR 125R, and I'm like, all right, bro, time to learn how to do fucking mad stunts on it, right?
Wow.
So anyway, one of the most
how far did you
funniest stacks I've done on that 125 is I tried to do like an endo, right? A stoppie.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Shit.
So this was like around like where I live, right? Around where I lived, like, so not far from home anyway. So I'm like, I accelerate to like, you know, 20, 30 Ks an hour, slam on the brakes. And, you know, I read all the YouTube tutorials or whatever, you know, you have to have your arms straight, lean forward, etc. You know, press the brake 50% and 30%. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man. Sounds easy as, man. Be pro stunt in no time. Go to do it, right? Rookie mistake, biggest rookie mistake.
Yeah.
My wheel wasn't straight. It was like on an angle, like 20 degrees on an angle, like as if you're turning it. You know what I mean? So I turned the wheel and then I slammed on the brakes and I went over the fucking handlebars and the bike went over, and I don't know how, but it didn't fucking hit me. Like I landed on the ground and the bike landed just right next to me, upside down. The first thing I thought is...
So you high started on the front wheel?
Yeah, pretty much. Say that, like, it's not even a high start.
It's not a high start. It's just
I just flipped over. I just flipped over.
Because it was turned.
Yeah, because it was turned.
It flipped you easier.
I was like...
You didn't have to squeeze.
Yeah. I wish someone saw, but nobody saw, man. It would have been the funniest shit to see. But that was probably my first stack that I can remember. Yeah. You know, like after getting my license. But
So what did you learn from that?
Well, you know, like that. And obviously, like with the stun bike, I've had like, you know, numerous stacks, like all in a controlled environment. But, you know, like, I don't know, but I think it taught me a
Why
lot
is that?
of
What do you
things.
mean in a controlled environment?
Oh, like, I go to the stunt spot, right? And,
Yeah.
it's like a big open car park or something.
Yeah.
And I stack and I just fall on the ground instead of into a fucking bush or instead of into a car or a fucking oncoming truck, So, but
Exactly.
yeah, like,
exactly. Now, I just want you. I wanted you to mention that because this is something that not many people think about.
what?
They
Control
want to
environment.
stunt. They do it on the street, and they're putting themselves and other people in danger. And some people never sit down and go, "Oh wait, I can like build a little stunt bike and go somewhere nice and do it there."
Man, if anyone...
Not many people think about that, man.
Like stunt riding, it's almost like portrayed in like the completely wrong view.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was having this conversation, like almost a debate with some people on Facebook and shit. They're like, oh, if you do track riding, you will become a better rider on the road. And I'm like, hold on a sec, man. I don't think that's true. I think if you get a dedicated stunt bike and you go and practice dedicated stunts, and I'm talking about low speed technical stuff. I'm not talking about 100 k's an hour power wheelie on your fucking Hayabusa. Talking about technical stunts, balance point, practicing that shit.
Learning your bike, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, what stunt riding, like technical stunt riding, teaches you is actually real world skills that you can apply to your real world bike. Because like the definition of stunt riding is really trying to control your bike when it's out of control.
Yeah.
Right? The bike's not designed to be at balance point. I'm talking about like a super sport bike.
Yeah.
It's not designed to be rolling endos. It's not designed for any of that shit. It's designed for the track where like you're in control, right?
Yeah.
You stack on a track, you slide. Yeah, fair enough. You learn throttle control, which is very important no matter what you do on a motorbike. But in stunt riding, you learn that as well, But the most important thing I think you learn in stunt riding is how to stack. Because if you remember the first time you stacked, I bet you tried to save your bike. You're like, oh shit, I'm falling. I don't want my baby to be hurt,
Yeah, hang on to it and
Rookie mistake.
go down with your ship.
Yeah.
Hashtag Sam Carter.
Sam Carter. How's your boat going, by the way, bro?
The captain.
The captain. And if that thing lands on Sam,
Hey,
man,
bro,
it's all over.
a captain goes down with his ship and Sam went down with his ship.
Can I say Sam never stacked?
That doesn't matter, bro.
Okay.
He just goes down with it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like, and in fact, I can give you a real life story, i.e. this actually happened to me. And this is a result of me practicing stunts. So when I started practicing stunt riding, like obviously I made a lot of like mistakes and stacked, like I still stack a lot now.
Yeah.
But what you learn to do is you learn to stack in a way that doesn't hurt yourself.
Injury minimizing.
So the first thing you learn is, okay, you don't try to save the bike, you just let it go and just watch it pancake in the sunset. It's pretty much what happens, man. And then once you learn how to stack safely yourself, that's when you start to learn how to save your bike from like a potential stack. So you're about to loop it, hold in the clutch, pressing the brake, comes back down, you saved it.
Yeah.
Anyway, after practicing,
have you ever like had it where it's like way past and you're like, shit, I got to bring it back, so you clutch in hard on the rear brake and you overdo it, so it comes down so hard it just throws you over? Have you ever had to do that?
Mousetrap City.
Huh?
It's called Mousetrap City.
What is that?
Well, a mousetrap is when, like, say you're in a balance point, or say you're doing a wheelie, and you accidentally switch your fucking ignition off.
Oh shit!
Right? What happens then? You fucking flip straight over. It's called a mousetrap. So, yeah.
No, I'm just because I've seen that happen before in like a stunt practice video. And the guy just like flips over. It was the funniest shit ever. So I'm just wondering if that happened to you.
That actually happened to me at last weekend's stunt session.
Yeah.
So I was practicing seat standers where you're using the handbrake.
Yeah.
And I went over balance point, and then I pressed the handbrake.
Yeah.
And the clutch in at the same time.
Oh shit!
And it stalled.
Oh, so you just grabbed both?
I grabbed both. It stalled, and then I came straight fucking down because I fucking grabbed on them real hard. But I didn't fly over the handlebars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
But that was cool. I was like, yeah. Anyway, back to my cool story about stacking. So I practiced on the stunt bike, stacked a lot and shit. Then I think this was my first like major stack after my L's. So I was on my R1, right? I think I told you this story. Like next to where I live, there's like this big fucking roundabout, 3 lanes, and everyone just flies through it like 80 k's an hour, It's a hectic roundabout. A lot of accidents there all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I decided to go get some
Milk?
brake fluid, actually. Yeah. Because I just received some braided brake lines. Right? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm about to put it on. Need to bleed the brakes and shit. Go down to the Repco, got some brake fluid. What was it, Repco? No, it wasn't. It was a motorbike shop. I got some Motul.
Are you
shit.
sponsored?
Hashtag Motul. Shout out. Motul Australia.
Are you allowed to say Repco, bro?
Shit. Oh, I said Rebco. REBCO.
Shit.
Only in Tomo.
Nah, in Tomo it's Lebco.
Lebco. Yeah, man. So I was going around this roundabout, and this guy came from my right, didn't even see him, and he was just fucking flying.
Yeah.
And then when I came out on the roundabout, he like couldn't stop in time and T-boned me.
Shit.
Right? And he T-boned me pretty hard, probably like 40, 50 Ks an hour. I don't know, man. Like, you know, I flew off, but like when I flew off the bike, I like did a ninja roll, or like I did like a fucking capoeira flip in the air, and then landed on the ground and ninja rolled out.
Oh, so you just kept rolling.
Yeah,
you didn't just hit and then
I didn't hit and slide. I like I ninja rolled and I think that was like just a subconscious reaction that I would have done on my stun bike. And like people pulled over and they're like, holy shit, man, I saw that shit and I can't believe you're fucking alive. What the fuck? And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, I think you need an ambulance, man. That was fucked. And I'm like, nah, dude, I don't need a fucking ambulance. I just want to go home.
Like, shit, I've done this before.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I was like, that's nothing.
Don't give me that shit.
That's nothing. You ain't seen nothing
Yeah,
yet.
motherfucker's pussy.
You think that's a stack? Fuck. Yeah, you see the mousetrap, bitch. No. But you know,
No, that's good, man. Like, I can see what you're trying to say. You know, from the debate between track riding versus stunt riding, which is more useful for the road. I mean, I don't have a first-hand opinion on it, but I can imagine stunt riding is a lot more practical for the road.
Look, and I'm biased because I guess I haven't actually been exposed to enough track racing, right? Or, even track riding. And, that's still something I want to do. I want to plan some Broadford days or whatever, head down, just to say that I've done it, But I just can't see in any way, shape or form how it's more practical for the road rider, for the street rider, for someone that actually commutes on a motorbike, from a safety perspective. Like stunt riding, like you just learn the things that you need to learn in an emergency, in a time where you're like a oh fuck moment, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, track riders go knee down and stunt riders go knee down on one wheel. Like I've seen. I'm just right. And it's not like they've got more skill. No. I mean, these guys are doing it at such high speeds. These guys are doing it at low speed. But what that really shows me is it's not just about speed and reaction time and getting you set up right. It's more about dealing with what you're given and being able to control something that is out of control, which is what you said. It's perfect.
That's the best way I can describe it. And that's the thing, man. Like, people, like I said before, people look at stunt riding, they're like, oh yeah, fucking cunts doing burnouts and shit. Yeah. But it's more than that, especially when you're looking at it at a professional level. In fact, there was this professional stunt rider in UK that was doing public demonstrations on how stunt riding, if incorporated into like a learner scheme, or
some sort of training.
Yeah, some sort of motorcycle rider training could actually benefit the rider during a crash, during an accident, because he was actually showing different ways you can low side, high side, and come out without a scratch. He was physically stacking his bike at like 30, 40, 50 Ks an hour and coming out sweet.
Awesome.
So hashtag stunt riding. Everyone should get onto it, man. But don't make my mistake, which was like literally a month of riding. I'm like, all right, I want to learn how to stunt ride. Go out and buy an F4i stunt bike. Oof. Man, it was a mistake. I pancaked that thing like 10 dozen times.
Fuck. Couldn't
do anything. Sold it. And then, 125 stunt bike.
So you actually could not progress on it because it was just too much.
It's too much, man. Yeah. Like, if anyone, when people come up to me like, hey man, I want to get into stunt riding. I'm like, dude, get a fucking 125, like even a dirt bike.
Well, I'm actually thinking about converting, Pedro.
Yeah.
He's kindly offered to give me his old CF, the written off one. I'm actually thinking of converting that into a stunt bike.
Look, man, no issues with that.
It's a bit too hectic because it's a twin and it's jerky and it is hectic, man. I'm
See,
talking.
point it, bro.
I'm not saying as in like stock. I'm saying with a big sprocket and the whole kit and stuff. It's gonna be a bit hard to learn on like right from the get go. But I want to give it a shot. Why not? Give it a shot. Yeah.
Oh, look at all the pro stunt riders in Europe, man. They all started on scooters. Or 50s, they start on 50cc pit bikes or whatever.
Shit.
That's fucking mad.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's fucking mad.
All right, let me tell you about one of my stacks that I think is very beneficial for people.
Go for it, man. Do tell.
All right, so I'll start with the moral of the story. Don't ride in the twisties at night where there could be animals.
You mean like ugly girls or like physically animals from the zoo?
Bit of both, man. They both jump out in front of you. but like, it sounds pretty obvious, blatantly obvious. But I did it, and people do because they go, it'll be all right. Doesn't happen to me. It's fine. Whatever. I went to Arthur's Seat. If people know the place, Arthur's Seat.
Is it like a rocking chair or like what type of seat is it?
It's a big seat at the top. It's just metal.
And does Arthur actually let you sit on it?
No, he doesn't. It's his seat.
So you just go there, you look at Arthur's seat, and you go home.
He just sits on it and drinks shit, and drinks tea.
Does he swing in it like a hillbilly with a shotgun?
No, bro. He's Portuguese, man.
What the Arthur? What type of Portuguese name is Arthur?
I don't know. He colonized the mountain and called it his, and it was like shit.
Holy shit, man.
All right, let's just go around him.
Fucking genius, man.
Let's just go around him.
Hashtag Portugal. All right, man. Tell us the story about Arthur and his seat.
So this Arthur's Seat is basically like a medium-sized mountain. It's not a huge mountain, but it sticks out from a lot of flat land. Mm-hmm. So it really sticks out and looks like it's high up. It's something like 500 meters off elevation, which is, I think it's 500 meters. It might be 400.
Sounds like Mount Everest.
3 to 500. So it's nice. And on the way up, it's basically U-turn after U-turn after U-turn. I'm sure you know, and I'm just letting people know just in case they don't know. And it's awesome during the daytime. Very sharp corners, very sharp. Like I've probably, some of the corners I've never taken at more than 25.
Fucking noob.
It's very sharp. And at night, I never went there. And if I did, I'd go super slow and by myself and not being pressured by anyone behind me or whatever. So I went to Arthur's Seat one night with a group because they were like, come on, let's go. We want to go. And I'm like, I'm just thinking back to my rule and I'm like, man, I don't want to go. This is like, it's not something that it's one of my rules. I don't do it. No riding at night in twisties.
Yeah.
Unless I really know the road and I know there's no animals. But I went anyway, broke my rule, went anyway. And stacked it, went around the corner, saw this running thing on the ground. Couldn't tell what it is at first. Turned out to be a rabbit. Was about to hit it. I was like, shit, I'm going to go down anyway. Let me dodge it. So as I went to dodge it, it ran again. I hit it anyway, but I didn't fall off, but I was already going wide. And it was just a quick, split second panic kind of thing. I wasn't going quick, actually. I was going pretty slow, but it's just a sharp corner. You got to lean a lot, even though you're not going quick.
Yeah.
So I was on the high lane, and because I hit it a high lane, it just threw me off. And
so you high-sided?
No, I went straight to the ditch. Oh, so
you didn't actually stack? You just rolled?
I didn't stack. I went to the ditch, actually. Wait. I went to the ditch, and then I basically went over a log, over a rock, over a bunch of rocks and whatever. And then I can't remember exactly what I hit, but it was either a log or a big boulder or something that basically just stopped my front wheel. Couldn't go over it. Stopped my front wheel, and all I heard was...
What the fuck's that?
It's the bike going, just like there's no load on it. The rear just came up.
Oh,
like,
okay. Yeah.
That sound. Oh my god.
Wait, how does it go? No, the whole thing.
Okay.
Shh. How does it go?
It goes. That is the sound of you fucking up,
mate.
That's the bike's way of saying you done fucked up.
All right. Cool.
So, I actually didn't check what I tripped over, but I did. I tripped over something.
Yeah.
And I was basically just like, nothing happened, and then I look at the bike. It was kind of fucked-ish. Not really. It wasn't like too bad.
Is this the Dalen?
No, this is the CF.
Oh,
you saw it. Remember with the bent handlebars?
Man,
That was
yes,
that.
Now I
There
remember.
was barely any damage.
All right,
Barely any damage.
The way you described it, that would be a fucking frame cracked in half for any bike, right?
yeah.
Any bike. And then even the way you described it to me and Sash.
Well, I told you as I hit this boulder,
Yeah.
I flipped and I went over the bars, and the bike went over like upside down, and it landed on the ground. Then it flipped again, and then landed again next to me, and part of it scratched me on the back and stuff.
Right.
It was a big stack. And no, I was actually completely fine though. That was a really good thing. I was fine, and luckily enough, the bike was fine too. I don't know what the hell was happening. I was like, how am I fine? The bike's fine when I had that. Just like, I wish someone saw it. No one saw it because I was at the front.
When I went to your place to have a look at the bike, like after the aftermath, bro, that bike looked the same as before. Like literally, there was no damage.
Just bent handlebars.
There was like a scratch. The handlebars weren't even that bent, man. You could have still ridden it. It started and rode up and down the fucking street.
Yeah.
You rode it home, yeah?
No, I didn't. I got Wes to pick it up because I was too upset at myself. I was just like, nah. And that's what I mean. Don't ever get upset at yourself for making a mistake and breaking a rule. You make rules and then you break them and then you fuck up, and it just means that you were right all along and that you should just kept going with what you did. And then from now on, you are going to keep going, and you're always going to have that stack or that mishap or whatever happened to you as a reminder. And is motorcycling dangerous? Well, no, I believe it is inherently not dangerous. But it is you that decides how much risk you take every time you are on the bike.
Oh, look, that's not true, man.
Inherently, it is not dangerous. I don't think inherently it is very safe because you are more agile, you are smaller, you are able to, you're able to get yourself out of shit easier. But on the bike, it's much easier to get yourself into shit by making a poor judgment, just stupid mistakes and stuff. And I don't believe any mistake is a stupid mistake, because as long as you learn from it after it happens, it is not a stupid mistake.
So what did you learn from that stack?
I learned what I actually already believed in, and I broke my rule. As I said, I learned that don't ride at night where there's animals. Even if you're going slow, you could get caught out.
Yeah,
and I did.
True.
Even if you're going slow, don't go, oh, it's gonna be fine. No, if there's animals, it's dark, and especially after sea. So you know how like with bikes and stuff, your headlights at the front and it faces forward. And when you do a U-turn or like do a really tight hairpin on a bike, and it's like pitch black, you only see what's in front of you. You don't see what you're turning into.
Oh man,
so
I saw
you
that.
have fuck all visibility.
Have you seen the thing on Facebook where you've got that adaptive headlight?
Oh
that,
turns
as you're
the
turning?
BMW ones. Yeah.
No, there was like an aftermarket.
Oh, you can buy an aftermarket
LED one, yeah.
Ah, that'd be expensive as shit.
I think it was like $500. Fuck that, man.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Well,
not giving a
BMW's
shout out to that thing. Fuck that.
BMW's been doing it for a long time, and I rode the K1600, the big tourer, the BMW.
How was it?
It was amazing. It was amazing, and I rode it like
you stole it?
Yeah, I rode it into evening-ish, so I put the headlights on, angel eyes and shit. I was like, yeah, buddy.
That's sick.
And then I did a few corners. It was just on the highway, but the highway turns that. And I'm doing corners, and I'm noticing something weird. I'm like, I can't tell what it is. Something doesn't look right, but is working pretty well. And I'm like, the hell? And I do this one sharp corner. It was not sharp, but it was 80 Ks. I'll slow down to 70 just to do it, keep it safe. And I could see the light just turn, and I'm like, what the hell? It turned with the corner.
That would have tripped you out, man.
Oh, it did, man. I thought I was like hallucinating. I was like, what the hell?
How many mushrooms did you eat?
I was like, shit. I couldn't tell what the fuck was happening. And then I eventually asked the owner. I was like, man, what is with this thing? He's like, oh, it's got headlights that turn with you. And I'm like, well,
shit.
Fuck me. God damn. And yeah, so this is one of my stacks. Yeah, I learned not to ride at night where there's animals that you don't know it too well and it's too sharp for you to see around the corner because your headlight only faces forward. Unless you've got fog lights but
Even then,
as
man,
a rule of thumb, I'm just gonna go, don't do it. If you're gonna do it, man, only do it
The
if
amount
you have
of
to.
risk is like exponentially higher.
The amount of risk to reward is not, because what are you gonna do when you get to the top? It's not a nice day. It's nighttime. You're not gonna see shit anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you might see the city and whatever if it's a lookout.
You might feel like a
whatever.
mad dog though. You're like, yeah, fuck, I just fucking destroyed this mountain. In
Man,
pitch
people
black.
go reefing all the time at like 1 in the morning or some shit.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I don't
look,
know.
whatever,
I
man.
don't understand.
Everyone's different.
I don't understand.
If you're a spastic,
It's about
can't do
saying
anything
I did
about
it, and I've been drifting at night at that time, but in the car with my dad, we got
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
I was going like 20 k's an hour because shit was running in front of me like constantly.
And I remember I did a hill climb in a car.
Yeah.
King Lake, you know, to the top.
Yeah.
You know how King Lake's really twisty, like
Yeah.
Heidelberg King Lake
Oh,
Road?
the narrow part.
Man.
Yeah.
So it was me and it was a guy in a car in front of me. And a fucking kangaroo jumped in front of him, missed him, and then he slowed down, and then he jumped and hit him again.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man. And like that night, there was like animals galore, kangaroos, like little fucking wallabies and fucking like hares, like not rabbits, but like hares, like bigger and shit, everywhere, man. And I was like, man, if I do this in a car, on a motorbike, holy shit, man, it'll be so much worse.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that night at Arthur's Seat, usually if it's cold and it's nighttime in Swisties, if I know it, I'll be like, you know what? I'll just go take it easy. But
Take it easy.
Take it easy. But like, that night was warm, so animals come out, you know.
Fuck.
So
What, like in bikinis?
they just come out, like they don't hide as much, and they're just very very expressive in how, you know, how bright your headlights are, and they want to come up to you and tell you about it. And so I broke 2 rules: don't go out to Twisties at night, and don't go out at Twisties at night when it's
Rule
warm.
number 1, don't talk about Arthur's Seat.
It was fucked up, man.
Man, but you know what? The positive thing out of that is you learn something.
Yeah.
And you know, like I'm the same. Like all my stacks, I feel like I've learned something. In fact, the most
I learned
recent...
about tires as well
Sorry?
in one of my stacks. One of my early stacks in my 250.
Would you
I was
learn-
going downhill.
Don't buy Chinese tires.
No, so I had the Dalem, and it had probably stock tires on it, which was like made of Kinder Surprise plastic or some shit.
No. It's made out of what was that? Like last time we were talking about this. Last episode.
Oh, the Oggies.
Yes, it's made out of Oggy Knob polyurethane.
Well, anyway, I was like going downhill after TAFE and stuff, and this car in front of me broke too hard. I was falling a bit close, and it was wet. But I wasn't that close. With good tires, I would have been sweet. But this thing, I was just like slightly on the front brake. I just tapped it. I didn't squeeze. I just
Tapped the front brake,
I started like, you know, setting it up as you're taught to do. I started setting it up and it just locked up. I'm like, just low sided.
On a straight.
Yeah.
You're a fucking noob, bro.
It's fucked up, man. I'm
Give
like,
me a
what the
license.
hell?
I want to cut it
I'm
up.
like, what the fuck is this? And then I looked it up online. I'm like, why do people stack?
Why do people stack?
I can't remember what I
Did you
looked
go to
up.
Yahoo questions or whatever it is? Yahoo answers?
Yeah, I can't remember what I
I'm a
actually looked
retard. I
up.
stacked. Why?
I can't remember what exactly I looked up, but in like one of the videos I watched was like, tires are very important. I'm like, are they?
Oh, really?
Oh, really? And this is before MSI. This is before meeting anyone. I was just by myself. I didn't know shit. I wish there was someone around to tell me, to go, dude, your tires are fucked, get new tires.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
were fine. They were like full tread, but they were hard and they don't heat
Made out
up.
of
And they're not water
polyurethane.
dispersing. And they just made all the hardest shit they can make. And it was just fucked. So I ended up going to the shop, getting myself some nice Dunlop Sports Maxes. Never had a
Wait,
problem
you're telling me you
again.
didn't get track slicks?
I
Wait,
was,
are you telling me? Is this for the Dalim?
it was
Is this on the Dalim?
It was winter,
or
bro.
the CF?
It was winter, bro. I tried.
So you
I
telling
couldn't
me?
qualify with
Are you telling me
slicks.
you didn't get qualifier track tires?
They didn't let me in with
for your
slicks, bro.
Dalim.
I actually did.
And before every ride,
Yeah.
you put on your tire warmers,
Tire
warm it up, and then you go for a ride. You're telling me you don't do that?
Hey, imagine this. You come down like
Dude.
you go to your work, yeah,
Yeah.
and you just put it outside, like on the most obvious place, stands front and rear, and then put like warmers on and just go inside, start working. Everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Get this. You put warmers on and you like have solar panels. To power the warmers. People like that.
And a whole track, like a pit crew, just standing by until you leave your work.
Man, I've got an interesting story about.
No starter motor too. They've got like a slave.
Fuck, like a dwarf.
Yeah.
I've got a funny story, which I wasn't there. Right, this is something that a pro stunter told me.
Yeah.
So like he got hands on a near new slick tire, like a race tire.
Yeah.
And he chucked it on the back of his stun bike. Right. And he was doing this thing called the Crazy Larry. What it is, it's think of it as a circle burnout, but you're not holding onto the front brake at all. So it's like a drift. It's like a circle drift, non-stop, right? And
That's going to be really quick.
Yeah, you're going fucking quick,
Shit.
right? And you're just smoking up the tire. You're on the limiter.
Yeah.
Anyway.
How does that go?
Anyway, he had a fucking slick on, right?
Yeah.
So he's going around 1, 2, 3 loops, and then the tire's warming up, warmed up, got grip, launched the bike like a fucking catapult, man.
That's great. That's what happened to me on my most recent stack. Well, I didn't do the same thing.
Well, that's what you get for putting slicks on your bike, bro.
I didn't do that. But okay, the last stack I actually had, it was stupid. Fucked that up. Still got a nice burnout mark, which was cool, but I fucked up. I was going down my street, left my house, and my tire was cold. I put a Super Corsa on, and Super Corsa does not grip until it's hot. It needs to be hot.
Like
it needs to be hot. Well, I mean, it does grip a little bit when it's cold, but it really starts just grabbing when it's hot.
Yeah.
And I left my house, and I was actually trying to do like be cheeky, like rolling burnouts and stuff before that. And I was doing them like I was really happy, and I was like all excited and shit. Went back inside to rest a little bit, had some food.
Rest?
Yeah.
Did you go for a snooze?
Oh,
You're
bro.
like, that was a good morning burnout. Time to have my nana nap. Siesta.
But like I went inside, had some food and shit, and then I was leaving my house again. And then as I come out of my house, I was like, that was sick before. I might do it again. Because like I remember all the muscle memory. I'm like, let's do it again.
Muscle memory.
Right? So I go to pop it, lean forward, front brake on a little bit. I go to pop it, and it was like, it worked perfectly. It popped, started spinning, and I'm like, this is sick.
Smoking, yeah.
This is sick. I'm leaning over. I'm like going like maybe 10 meters. Yeah. And 10 meters into the burnout, I started feeling the front getting light. And I'm like, what the fuck? So what happened was the tire was cold, started spinning, warmed up. And as it was warming up, it wanted to lift the front. It was getting grip, right? Even though I had the front brake on, it was trying to get it to the front all the way. Still didn't work. It was way too grippy for just the way I was doing it. I was probably not leaning over enough or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like getting lighter and lighter. And eventually it lifted for a split second, locked up because I had the front brake on. And then came down, and then as soon as it touched the ground with the front locked on the brake, it tucked in. And then
you stacked.
And then I started rolling down my street, and it was like sky, ground,
Do you know what, man?
Ground.
I'll tell you something. If the exact same thing didn't happen to me on my stun bike, I would have thought you just being a fucking squid. Just being a noob about it. Yeah. Because I thought,
I was used to my old tire, which was very good when it was cold.
Yeah.
So it gripped pretty well when it was cold, and it got better as it warmed up. But the Super Corsa had fuck all grip, so it slipped like that. It was easy, man. I just popped it. It was like, I was like, that's sick. But I didn't anticipate it gripping so well when it warmed up in 10 seconds, like down, like not even to the end of my street, and I was just about to pull the clutch in as it. I got a bit greedy, you know, like
a little bit longer, a little bit more, and another one. But yeah, bro, do you know what? I actually didn't know. Like, I've heard about that, right? Like, whatever, like sports tires warm up and become grippier. And I'm like, I don't know. I've never actually felt that either, right? Until I'd had a high side on my stun bike.
Fuck.
And then...
What's this on? What bike is it? The R6?
The R6, right? And I actually had confirmation from the pro stunters about this. So if you ever watch like pro stunters on YouTube and stuff, you see them like rip a burnout, like a standstill burnout,
Yeah.
and then they let go and just shoot off and start like drifting, like like into the sunset.
Yeah, just fishtailing.
Yeah, just fishtailing, right? So that's what I was practicing. Standstill burnout, and then like let go of the front brake or like ease out of it and start fishtailing up the road, right? So I was practicing this at the stunt spot, again, closed environment, which it is. And yeah, I was getting him really good, man. I was like getting fishtails mad, like, really good control drift. And then the last one I did, same thing, just did that. And then I don't know, like the rear must have locked up.
Yeah.
The front lifted up a bit. Fucking high-sided. High-sided at like 50 k's an hour.
Oh man.
It was intense, man. I've never fucking high-sided like
Dude,
this before.
I reckon when I didn't high side, mine just tucked.
Yeah.
So tucked,
Man,
and
this
then,
shit
and then,
was fucking
and then
scary, man.
swindled down the road. And then I was just like, the bike left me and I was behind it and I was just tumbling on my side.
Yeah.
Just seeing sky ground.
Man, I was like fucking 11,000 plus RPM.
I think I did it at 50. I'm pretty sure
it was fucking scary.
It was
man.
quick. Yeah,
it was fucking scary.
Yeah, I did mine quick as well. So I know what you mean. But I never high sided. That would be even worse.
It was fucking crazy. But
and to make it worse, there was some guy in a 4-wheel drive who rides that's like wanting to enter my street, and I basically went in front of him like smoking it up. So he would have been like, "Oh fuck yeah," because he rides too. And he was like, he was all excited and shit. And I saw the look on his face as I went past him, and then I stack in front of him. And then he comes past. He comes next to me. He's like, "Bro, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
Did he go like this? Faggot. Faggot. Wait, I don't think you heard me. Faggot. nah,
Get back to your 300.
Yeah, you fucking jet rider.
I was like, I just rode my bike back home.
But yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That a high side that I did whilst drifting or whatever, fishtailing.
Yeah.
Later on, I was talking to one of the pro stunters. He's like, "Oh, how'd you go? Like at the stunt spot?" I'm like, "Dude, I fucking high-sided. Trying to do like these static burnouts to fishtails and shit."
Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, what rear tire were you running?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, some fucking sports tire." And he's like, "Man, I know what you're trying to do. And if you ever watch the pro stunters, they actually use like an all-weather tire. It's called like a Michelin Pilot 3 or something. Like it looks like a full rain tire. Like it's got like deep grooves in it.
Pilot Road 4 or
That's
Pilot
it.
Road 3?
Pilot Road something, right? Yeah. It's like straight up an all-terrain touring tire.
It's a dedicated winter tire.
Yeah, and he goes, have a look at all the pro stunters that do this trick that you're trying to do. They actually all use that tire because it doesn't
it doesn't
up
change
and
when
become
it warm
fucking
ups.
grippy as all fuck.
Actually, the Pilot Road 4, from my experience with taking it to like hot days on Reefton and stuff, it actually lessened in grip as it got hotter.
Well, look, I don't know about that.
Okay, so it starts off pretty good when it's cold, and it gets better as it warms up, and then it just gets to a certain temperature where it just starts going downhill.
Yeah, I found that really interesting because, like, I mean,
the compound gets too soft.
You hear
and
about it,
shreds
right?
through.
You read about it in like forums and like professional fucking motorcycle blogs and shit. But you're like, dude, is it really like that? Like,
it is.
How actual is it? Like, do you have to be a fucking pro rider, fucking ASBK shit to be able to feel that? But no, you don't.
It's really like it's really nice to be able to feel it work, and you're like, wow, I never knew that this could be just like not just for the pros. I can actually notice the difference myself.
But again, this is an extreme case. Like you're doing burnouts, and you were doing low speed first gear. Like if you're doing second gear highway with like burnouts on an R1, like never did that before, but I'm just saying if you did.
Did you dream about it though?
I've dreamt about doing it on South Road. Right? It's a different story because you're going fast, you got the momentum and shit. But first gear, slow speed, Well, I started low speed and it just like got faster and faster and faster. And obviously the tire's warming up more and more and more. It's a super Corsa and it's just getting freaking toasty. And I guess that's how you learn. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I wish that I did the exact same thing, had the same exact stack, but on a stunt bike. So I could learn with no consequence, not freaking right off my road bike. Yeah, man, that's it. And like, imagine if like stunting was like skateboarding, right? You can get a skateboard and you go to your local skate park.
You snap it, it's all good.
Well, no. But like, if you think about it, skateboarding was a crime back fucking 20, 30 years ago, right?
Really?
Yeah, man. It was
it?
was like illegal to ride or like to skateboard.
Really?
Yeah, man. Well, I don't know if it was in Australia, but in America, definitely, man.
Shit.
Skateboarding used to be.
I haven't looked too much into skateboard
This
culture.
is like fucking 30 years ago type of shit. You know what I mean?
That's not too long ago.
That's what I'm saying. And now it's like it's mainstream. You've got a skate park in every single suburb almost.
Exactly.
Right?
I never knew that it was
Man,
that.
stunt riding now is like what skateboarding used to be like, you know, like it came from the streets, it came from the underground, and now it's becoming
Came from the street.
from the streets.
From the streets.
Yeah, but you know, now it's becoming like you know, it's everyone, like a lot of people are stepping up to a professional level. You know, you're getting big sponsors on board, and it's becoming a real sport, like a real sanctioned sport.
That's awesome, man. All right. I want to get back to this. This is a topic we can go on hours and hours about. Forever. Me talking about my stacks. I've got plenty more to share and talk about the things I've learned from them, and I'm sure you do as well. But I want to move on because we've been rambling on for almost an hour.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know. It's time.
So what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about this little poll. So
let me introduce that to you.
Go for it. For it.
For those that are on the MSR Facebook discussion group,
Hashtag
Melbourne Street Riders, shout out. Ours posted up a poll on the discussion group, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what he wrote. And this is me doing my best impersonation of what ours sounds like.
Okay.
Hey y'all, just a quick poll. As most of you know, we started doing Kickstand podcast and we have a bunch of ideas and topics to segments. Topics. What? Ideas on topics and segments. But for those who listened to the first and second episodes, what would you like to hear on the following episodes?
Well,
right? So, and then
why am I American?
Why are you American, gay, and I don't know, man, you star. That's what you really sound like. I'm just being honest.
Shit.
I'm just being honest.
I've never listened to myself.
Bro, you should listen to podcasts more often. But anyway.
Hey, check out this podcast. I'm in it.
Check it out. So anyway, we got like literally fucking 20 different questions, 20 different things that we should talk about, or that people want to listen to, right? And they're fucking funny. So what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to read it, and ours has to answer it. Like you've only got like 10 seconds, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not something that you have to sit there, think about and discuss forever. I tell you, first thing comes to your mind, you answer it. All right? 10 seconds.
Okay.
And then I will give you my input after you say it, right?
Let's do it.
So the first one. So ours is question. For those who listen to the first 2 episodes, what would you like to hear on the following episodes, i.e. today and going forward? So the first one is ours talking about his favorite kebab spot. Ours go.
My favorite kebab spot. Spot or spots? Oh, just spot. Okay, shit. That's a.
Come on, man. You haven't got much time.
Burwood Highway, 24/7 kebabs in Furniture Gully, just before the mountains. So you can have a kebab, go mountains, come back, have a kebab.
Cool. I've never been, but I like Bum's kebabs. Next one. Current hoon laws and re-intro of pursuit laws. Ours. What are your thoughts?
Well, obviously we're going to need faster bikes.
Up on one. Next one. Effective mooring options. Oh, what's a moor?
I don't know.
Yeah. So effective mooring options for ZX7Rs.
I'm guessing it's a naval thing.
Yeah, it's probably something to do with boats. So yeah, go for it. What are some effective mooring options for ZX7Rs?
Since I don't know what mooring is, effective mooring options for the ZX7Rs is make sure that when you drop it into the water after you've worked on it, you don't drop one side too quickly so it doesn't capsize. That's all I have to say.
I reckon, my opinion, Captain Sam Carter should just get a solid lead anchor.
Yeah.
And just strap it to the back of his boat, the ZX7R, and then you will be able to moor better.
Oh, he'd get wheelies down easy because we'd be pulling him down.
He's going to have a really good day.
Yeah, he's going to have a really good day.
Next one.
Really good day.
How baby squids are born.
Okay, so I explained this in the comments actually, so I kind of already ruined this.
Go for it.
But I'll explain it in person. Okay, so you know when you go to you owned a jigsaw. Let's just say you owned a jigsaw. Yeah, you had all these parts and stuff, and you put them in a pile. Yeah, if you leave them there for more than a couple months to ferment, just leave them there. eventually a baby squid will emerge from there. And yeah.
Holy shit.
Next question.
Fuck. Well, my opinion on that is ask Benny G.
Benny G. Shit.
Next one. More Ninja 300s. More. I think we talked about ninjets already, man.
We did, man.
I feel like we shouldn't bag them anymore,
We
man.
covered. No, you know what? I'm gonna just say it, okay.
Go.
I love Ninja 300s. I reckon they're an amazing
Fucking faggot.
bike to learn on. Amazing bike to learn on, but people who ride them should respect them more. Okay.
Do you know what I feel like
Use
Ninja
them to their
300s
potential.
are? I feel like Ninja 300s are like Commodores. You know, not
Yes.
all fuckwits
Yes.
drive Commodores, but all fuckwits. Wait, how does it go? Not
cool.
all Commodore drivers are fuckwits, but all fuckwits drive Commodores.
Yes.
So Ninja 300,
I agree.
meh, same thing.
Actually, no. I reckon Ninja 300 riders are a very nice bunch. Although most of them get into riding because it's the type of bike that attracts us. Why isn't it the CBR 250RR? Or I mean, why isn't it the KDM 390? Why isn't it the R3? Why is it the Ninja 300? Because it came out at a time where all the other bikes looked like shit.
Yeah, true.
Right?
So there was no options.
And people got that one because they wanted to look good.
Yeah.
For innocently, not like, oh, I want to look good and pull chicks, bro. No, it's not like that. It's just I want to write something that's nice, that looks good. I want it to be loud,
And it's affordable. And it's affordable.
so you do all these things, and because everyone got one, and because everyone put an exhaust on them, and because they all sound the same, and they all don't sound the best, and because they don't have much power and whatever, and the look of it is nice, but has been associated to look like shit because of the image of the 300. When I first looked at it, I actually dreamt about getting a Ninja 300. Before I got my 250, I was actually fantasizing about getting a Ninja 300. I was like, this thing looks amazing.
Do you know, in all honesty, you know how we're doing this fundraiser for that Ronnie kid?
Yes.
So we can, so he can get a new dirt bike that was stolen.
Yeah.
So actually, Ninja 300 riders.
Well, hey, is that still happening, by the way?
What?
Is the fundraiser still happening?
It's still happening.
As in, is it still online so people can chip in?
So for all those that are listening,
You might want to plug it in. quickly.
shameless plug, but all for charity for a good cause.
Yeah, man, it's for charity. It's not shame. No shame.
No shame. There's a kid. His name is Ronnie. He's like 16 or something,
He's
right?
a nice guy. Actually, I met him at the park and I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, hey, man, are you using this barbecue? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, can we share it? He's like, yeah, sweet. And then he ends up being the guy. And I'm
Exactly.
like, what the fuck?
So anyway,
Yeah.
for those that don't know, Ronnie's like 16 years old, little kid, and he's got like a heart condition, right? So no good, but he still is a very passionate rider. And he had a dirt bike, a Yamaha TTR 125, four-stroke
TTR.
single cylinder, 125cc. Anyway, it's just a dirt bike,
Is
right?
that the dirt bike version of the R125?
I wouldn't be surprised, man.
I would not be surprised.
I would not be surprised. And it's probably better. Like faster.
Poor Lido as well.
Anyway, some fucking scumbag stole his fucking bike out of the garage, and the kid's like already got heart problems, and like he worked fucking hard to get this bike, like he saved it all up and shit. And then we heard about it, and one of the guys from MSR was like, hey man, we should do a fundraiser.
Who was it, by the way?
Sean,
give him a little shout out?
Yeah,
Sean
shout
Ma?
out to Sean.
Was it Sean Ma?
No. Sorry?
Sean Ma?
Maybe.
With an M?
Yeah, Sean something.
Yeah.
Can't remember,
What does he
man.
ride?
Fuck, too many questions,
Does he ride
man.
an R1?
Yeah, I think it does actually.
Like a red R1, red and white?
I think
A newish one with the jellyfish looking thing. Because I think I've met him. Nice guy.
I think his name is. I'm just going through all my Facebook. Oh,
Hey, bro.
sorry, not Sean. His name is Andrew Barrett.
Okay.
Andrew Barrett.
Andrew, yeah. He's the guy with the jigsaw that came down and he's the guy with the carbon jigsaw, isn't he? Oh no, that's Bortolo. That's Andrew Bortolo. The guy who said come down to the drags, let's do a drag thing, and we did it with him because he was going down anyway.
Yeah. Well, this is Andrew Barrett. He contacted the family, then got in touch with us, and he's like, dudes, you guys should do this. So we organized that barbecue.
That was sick,
and a
man.
cruise.
I really enjoyed that.
Went down, raised like $250 or something, and then we opened up a GoFundMe account. So if anyone wants to still donate,
so how do you get onto the GoFundMe account? Do you want to leave that in the description of this podcast?
it's just GoFundMe.com/Ronnie-MSR.
Okay.
RONNIE.
I'll be sure to include that at the in the description if you want to check that out.
Yeah, so if anyone feels charitable, donate 10, $15, trying to save up.
It's good cause, man. It's good cause. He's a really nice kid. I actually didn't know his bike got stolen.
Man,
I didn't even know he rode.
stolen.
I thought he just wants to ride and he's got a heart condition.
Man, he actually used to ride a dirt bike, got stolen. So we wanted to get him a brand new one, but they're like 4 Gs. But I think at this point in time, we've got just a bit under $1,000. Raised. I think we're just going to end up buying him a second-hand one.
That's fine. Or maybe just give him the money and it'll make it sooner that he gets something. At the very least. You know what I mean?
We'll see how we go. We're talking with his mum and stuff.
But if you want Ronnie to be able to grab something nice and hopefully pretty soon.
Help a fellow rider out, man.
Yeah,
do
man.
it.
Yeah, just do it.
The reason why I actually remembered to mention this is because Ninja 300 Riders, the group, they donated like $150.
Oh wow!
So cheers to Ninja 300 Riders.
Shout out Ninja 300 Riders.
Shout out Ninja 300 Riders.
What is the sticker they have? The
NERM. It's NERM.
Yeah.
N3RM.
It's sick, man.
It's cool, man.
It's cool sticker. Yeah.
How funny is that? Like, everyone gives shit to them, but really, they're the ones that actually do anything,
I actually met a few of them. And they were really nice guys, man. They weren't like your flogs or whatever you associate with Ninja 300s. They're not, man. They're
Ninja 300 Riders Melbourne, $155. So shout out to those legends.
Awesome.
Fucking mad dogs, man.
Shout out. Anyway, move on. Next question.
So the next question.
How to correctly apply tie shine.
Yeah, how to correctly apply tie shine. Please,
Okay. So, I mean, this is not my own expertise. This is what Sam has taught me. Okay, so first you find where your chicken strip is. Okay? So, because you're not going to use that anyway.
Sure.
It's fine. And you tape off your chicken strip.
With like masking tape?
You tape off the rest of the tire.
Right.
And leave the chicken strip. Tire shine on that.
Yep.
Right? Get a few coats down.
Yep.
And front and rear, of course. And on the side walls as well, make sure you get that part with like a rag or something. It doesn't matter. You can just spray liberally if you want. And then when you take the masking tape off after you're done with that, if it looks too asymmetrical, then you can remask again and make sure it gets nice and even on both sides. Or you can just go full hard out and you can do the full the capping. We call it the capping, which is just go ham, go do a full tire.
Go ham. Do you know what I found? I find
a full tire gives you better grip though.
Tire shine is old school, man. If you really want your tire, and I'm talking about your rear 180, 55, 17 rear tire to really shine, just fucking get a big bowl of Vaseline, just get your hand in there and just start applying it on the tire. Like the entire fucking tire.
You know also really works really well? The wood varnish as well.
Wood varnish, Vaseline, canola oil.
Because wood varnish gets in there and keeps it nice and moisturized for a long time.
That's right. Or you can actually use? You can use polyurethane clear coat. So you actually spray that. Yeah, you just spray on clear coat. Like it actually builds a thickness.
Oh, nice.
And it'll forever be shiny.
Oh, so it actually like makes a nice coat on top.
Think Oggy knobs, but clear.
Oh,
mate. Next
question.
How to ask a legit question without being trolled.
Okay, here's a tricky one. So what you got to do is you got to have some sort of photo of either like a chick on a bike, or you got to have a photo of like a photoshopped ZX7 into a Titanic. Basically just take the shit out of someone or provide titties.
My honest opinion, just fucking jump on Google and Google search that shit. Don't ask me stupid fucking questions because that shit's been answered before.
That's mean, bro.
Mate.
Why are you being so savage?
Fuck, man.
Why are you being savage?
Next one.
Yeah.
Quality banter.
Quality banter.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Quality banter is... I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
It is the cream of the crop of banter.
What's banter? Just giving shit to someone?
No. Banter is the art
of...
How do I explain this? It is not easily quantifiable, but it is kind of like trolling. but it is the art of self-expression through memes.
Ah, yeah, okay. That's something that
And
just
quality banter includes text, memes, and even maybe private messaging.
wow.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's something that's not taught. It's something that's acquired through,
Years
through
of
years
dedication.
experience
Yeah,
and
yeah,
dedication. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one. Being left for dead by Ninjet 250 through my tourist road.
I think he
Mount
means
tourist.
Mount Dandenong. As in, yeah,
Being
Mount
left for
tourist
dead by
road.
Ninjet 250. Man, who the fuck rides this shit?
I don't know, man.
I reckon
don't
next
know.
one. I can't remember the fuck answer.
I can't be fucked with this one.
Two-step limiters.
I don't even know what that is.
Fuck
Move
it.
on.
Next one. Understanding complex numbers and quadratic equations.
Okay, so quadratic equations are basically 4 equations turn into one.
Sure. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Quadratic equations.
Yeah.
That's like
quad
x
equations.
squared plus mx plus.
Do you want to learn on? Do you want to learn on
Fuck,
now?
sorry, bro. I
Do you
don't
wanna
know
learn?
shit.
So anyway, it's 4 equations to 1. Next.
Sounds good. Next one. Are dicks delicious? The MSR admin give their opinions.
Ooh, this is. I like when a question is pointed at us.
Well, answer it.
Fucking
Faggot.
I imagine they are.
What?
Which ones? Which ones though?
Which dicks?
Yeah,
Just all of them, man.
like the ones you go to eat in Springvale.
Man, I can't even be fucked with this question anymore. Next one. Is this going, i.e., is Kickstand going as well as you'd hoped?
It's going sick, man.
Yeah.
I'm currently in a small room with another man.
That's fucking disturbing. But yeah, no, I reckon Kickstand's going sick, man.
Yeah,
I'm really enjoying it.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
It's fun, and if other people get a kick out of it, I'm happy.
That's it, man.
And
Next one.
I think everyone else is feeling the same way. Yeah.
And look, man, you've got the technical expertise in doing all the sound shit. So it's just
to
like,
a degree.
To a degree.
Hey,
Tudum-tsh.
get it?
Next one. Does your vagina look like a punched lasagna?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Does your vagina look like a punched lasagna? That rhymes, man. That could be in the next rap song.
You were talking about making a rap song for MSR.
Well, I'm going to make a MSR rap song, and
Boom, 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 boom,
I will include that line in my lyrics.
boom, 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 boom. Can you just like?
Okay.
Can you read that line out?
Okay, go. Do some of that. Here we go, yo. I heard you a faggot because your vagina looked like a punched lasagna. You maggot. That's it. That's it, man.
EP coming out in May 12th.
Slim Sasha. All right, man. Next one. Will we ever unite quantum mechanics with general relativity?
Straight out of Korovin.
Is that the answer to that question?
No, read the question again. Sorry.
Will we ever unite quantum mechanics with general relativity?
Well, actually, I have a very. I mean, this might sound like I'm trolling, but I actually have a very deep interest in this kind of stuff. And
Boring. Next.
And I think the unified field theory will be eventually completed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Next question. An explanation of 11-dimensional M theory and the possibility that a unified field theory may not exist. Isn't that what you just fucking said?
I pretty much just
Did
said.
you fucking write this?
No, I did not write this. Who the fuck wrote this?
I don't know, man. Next one. People who constantly post about bike accidents, are they brain dead or just common fuckwits?
Well, why is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Bike accidents, you need to let people know. I mean, you can do it to an excess. It's like, bro, calm down. But at the same time, I don't think anyone does it in excess. If there's a biker that's down,
And they know about it, and they post it up.
they post it up.
I guess-
and people go, oh, I know him, I don't. People are aware. Sometimes it is the only way. And
There is one annoying component of it is when the same thing gets regurgitated within minutes.
Yes.
Biker down in Narre Warren. 2 minutes later, biker down in Narre Warren by somebody else. 3 minutes later.
And some people would go, oh, it's in informative information that's disguised as making fun of information, kind of like I'm telling you something, I'm going, hey bro, like, just so you know, this and this and this, and I'm pretending it's something that I'm just telling you so you know, but really I'm just having a laugh with you. Oh, some guy's down. I think a few people might see it that way, but I don't think it's that way at all.
Look, you can interpret anything in any way you want, man.
Of course you can. Of course,
I could say penis, and you might think I'm gay, and that's fair enough. But I might just be saying it because I feel like it.
All right, it's exactly.
Anyway,
maybe you want to go later on to Springvale and
maybe now this next
indulge
one's
in some delicacies.
Maybe this next one's pretty good, and it's actually directed at yourself.
Oh,
have ours sing "Oh for Tuna." I've never even heard of that song before.
I don't even know what that is.
With a cock in his mouth.
Oh, can we pull that up actually?
What, the cock?
Nah, the O Fortuna.
Oh Fortuna. I've never even heard of this song.
Let me just.
Who the fuck writes these things?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It was my fault for posting it. It was my fault for asking. O Fortuna.
Yeah, O, not like tuna as in fish. Fortuna.
I saw the question. I think.
Fortuna.
Oh, there you go. First one.
Fortuna.
First one.
Play that shit.
Sounds good.
Here we go. Better sound fucking awesome. Oh, that's fucking sick. But how do you sing this song?
The question isn't how do you sing the song, it's how do you sing it with a cock in your mouth.
Man, that
skill.
would not be easy, man. If you could do that, you're a fucking professional, man. You belong in a class of your own.
Well, that guy looks like he has a cock in his mouth.
I can't see it, man.
It's just... Oh, yeah.
This is like Lord of the Rings shit, man. Man, if you can do that with a cock in your mouth, man, you deserve
I can do it normally, just not with a cock in my
$1
mouth.
a year
I'm sorry.
salary,
I can't do it.
yeah.
I failed you guys.
Anyway, next one, man.
Sorry.
You did not have a cock in your mouth.
I did not. I'm not doing it right, man. I'm just going to stop.
Speeding.
Speeding,
Should
yeah.
we be doing 200 in school zones?
Well, I mean, wheelies are for the feelies and skids are for the kids.
When in doubt, power out.
And kids go to school. So when you're in a school zone, skids for the kids. What are you waiting for?
Do you know what, man? When I do a wheelie...
I would have loved to be in primary school and someone did a wheelie past my school.
Yes.
Fuck yes.
That's what I'm saying. People are like, oh, wheelie, you're a faggot. Nah, man.
Kids are the ones who really see the big picture.
People that do wheelies that and they don't put anyone else in danger. Like, they don't do it like a retard that doesn't know what they're doing, right?
Exactly.
If they do a wheelie and they're in control... And they're putting on a show for the public. Like your day could be fucking boring.
Yeah.
You're driving home from work from doing an 8-hour day by sitting in front of a computer
All
on a
I got
spreadsheet.
when I was sitting in my class...
You're on a fucking highway and you see a mad dog doing a wheelie. You're like, dude,
bro,
my day is complete.
All I got at my school, like most of the times I saw a bike go past, some shitty ass... Probably like a 125 or some shit. I'm just like... I wish someone could come past with a jigsaw thou and just... pull a wheelie and go past a booze bus and shit.
Do a burnout. It just makes people happy, Because people are so caught up with this whole safety bullshit.
Well, people are so obsessed with common law and the idea of no common law and people doing what they want within common sense, within reason. That freaks people out. It's like, wait, what? You're letting people do what they think is safe? That's not safe. Someone else who's another person who doesn't know any more than you know, but has just thought about it a little bit. Someone else is going to decide that for you, and you have to follow that. And
I reckon
to an extent, that's okay. But at the same time, it's like, well, if we're doing this thing, why is it okay to completely take away that freedom of someone's own decision making? Going, look, that's safe, that's not.
This is a discussion for another day.
There are fuckwits that you need to be controlled.
Well, let's leave this topic for episode 4. But to sum it up, wheelies are for the feelies.
Wheelies are the feelies for the feelies, and skiddies are for the kiddies.
And that do it if you know how to. If you don't, go and fucking practice.
And if you don't wanna, well, stop being a gay cunt.
You should sell your bike.
Stop being a gay cunt.
Yeah, sell your bike. Get a fucking, I don't know, Range Rover and shit, and just live your life.
Or don't get a BMW SUV because that's just dangerous.
The next question. What the cunting fuck is a 2-step limiter? That's what we said.
That's what I said. Next question.
Tits or GTFO?
Ooh.
We don't have any cheeky babes
I'll take sorry. I'll take tits. I was going to say I'll take GTFO, but nah, fuck that.
Yeah. So we need some strippers in here next time.
Yeah, we'll bring.
Maybe we should open a GoFundMe account for the next episode, and people can donate.
No, Thomas will do, man.
Thomas.
Will do.
A brief introductory lecture on ancient Greek prosy composition.
Prosy?
What the fuck's a prosy?
Is that like Rossi, but like ancient Rossi?
I don't know, man. I reckon fuck it. Next one.
Datos, Valentinos.
Should Orpwn, ORPWN,
Who?
bike spastics take over the MSR page?
Who's that?
Oh, that's like, you know, you know how there's those trolls that like talk in capital letters, and they're like, "Is you dumb or something?" You know, like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those guys are funny. I enjoy their shit.
I enjoy that too.
Yeah.
Where did they go? Oh, they disappeared.
I think they just have their own Facebook group and just
They do, don't they?
They just like have sword fights within each other. But look, good on them, man.
Good
They're
on
funny.
them. Good on them.
Next one, the last one, the lucky last.
Yeah.
Gelatos or rev bombs? Which is gayer?
What is gelatos?
Like
Is that the ice cream?
Yeah,
Oh,
ice
okay.
cream.
I thought it was something else. Which is gayer? Well, I mean, gelatos are pretty awesome if you ask me, and so are rev bombs when you're doing it right. When the rear tire is actually spinning.
I was gonna say the only time rev bombs are acceptable is when you're in gear,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
actually, that's it. I can't think of any. No. No, I can't think of any other time when it's not okay.
You know this? Okay, this is an exception to that rule. Okay, you know when you have like 2-stroke road bikes, like a RGV 250 or an RS 250 or some shit like that, like a nice one, yeah. And most of the time, 2-strokes are, because they're old and stuff, especially those kind, they don't idle that well. Well, they do, but like they bog out.
Idle,
yeah, they've got a very blah, blah, blah. So sometimes you got to stay like revving it, like blipping it a tiny bit at
That's
the
not
lights.
a rev bomb.
It's not, but that's the only time revving at the
No,
lights.
we're talking about rev bombs.
Oh, just like
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, everyone knows, or I hope everyone knows that that's just, it's not good for the engine anyway. It's not good for it. Like you're not doing the bike any good.
I don't believe it.
Bro, some people don't even fucking think about this. Some people think, oh, it's a bike, it's designed to rev. I'm gonna rev the shit out of it in neutral with the clutch in.
I think it's safe to say this question that rev bombs are only okay if they are in gear.
Yeah.
If you're in gear and you're in the limiter, you're doing something right.
Fuck yeah.
Or you're about to stack.
Oh yeah.
Whatever, man.
Or you flipped it.
It's fucking sick, man. It's sick.
Yeah.
So, look, in that regard, gelatos would be gayer.
Yeah.
But if not, rev bombs are gayer. Because I like gelatos. It tastes alright.
I love gelatos, man.
What
What the fuck's, I don't even know why gelatos is even being compared to red bombs.
Look, man, I don't know, man. But look, we just answered the question.
I'd
we answered all the questions by the fans.
I'd compare bar and mirrors and red bombs, which are gayer.
I kind of like bar and mirrors.
I do too, but they're gay.
Are they?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You like something gay, it's fine.
Fuck. Hope my missus ain't listening. She's like, you faggot. You faggot. All right, man. So, yeah, look, I guess that comes to the end of episode 3 now.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It ain't over.
Till it's over. Hey, what's the last song? Oh, yeah, go. What were you going to say?
I want to do the last segment before we do final comments and whatever.
Sorry, go.
I want to do final segment where we go through and find something interesting. Let's do 4 posts. Let's quickly decide on 4 posts we want to single out and discuss quickly.
All right, I start first.
You find a post and I'll find one too.
I'm just gonna do random. Found one. Okay, this guy, his name is Edmund. He posted up an airbrush of his Harley. It's like a black Harley.
Yeah.
And it's got a red airbrush with this Chicky Babe airbrush on it.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Yeah. And he goes, don't know if there are any cruiser fans out here, but this is the new petrol tank I had done for my Harley.
I've never
48.
owned a cruiser, but I actually really like that. It looks sick. The graphic, I don't know how he did it. I don't know if that's like...
Oh, he had a pro do it, man.
Yeah, I know, but like, I don't know how you would do that, what the technique is. But man, whatever it is, it looks
sick,
mental.
man.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know
nice.
what people have against Harleys or cruisers in general. I reckon most people that say shit about it have never actually ridden a cruiser. Because when I rode my dad's C50,
it's a different thing. It's different.
Yeah.
It's a different use. You can't compare sport bikes to cruisers in the same categories. You've got to compare them in their own. Okay, this is a cruiser. It's designed to do this, then this, and this.
Yeah.
The only way you can compare a cruiser to a sports bike is go, how well does the cruiser do its thing, and how well does the sport bike do its thing? They are not related.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. And You know what? There's one exception.
Mm-hmm.
Cruisers are gay only when they have stock pipes. If you have an
Yes.
OEM on your cruiser, dude, it's gay. Because that is the one reason why I never wanted to ride my dad's cruiser.
I'm not bagging out V-twins or anything or whatever.
No, man. It sounds like a fucking scooter with no fucking aftermarket
No,
pipes.
I'm saying with aftermarket pipes. I'm not bagging out V-twins because I think it's a preference thing, and then if you like V-twins and that's your thing, the big bang sound,
Yeah.
good on you. But personally, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of the V-twin sound. As you already know, I'm a very I want that smooth sound, inline 4, triple, inline 6, that kind of smooth, powerful, screaming sound. I'm not a big fan of the big bang kind of thing. Even, you know, the crossplane R1, the 09 to 14,
Okay.
with the wide face, with the wide,
Yeah.
you know, the
yeah.
nice looking one, right?
Yeah. What do you mean, man?
I don't like that one.
98.99. That's the nicest looking one. Yeah.
I don't like
4XV
I don't like
represent,
I don't
man.
like that generation of R1. I love how it looks, but I don't like how it sounds because it literally sounds like a twin or maybe a V4 at most. Just like a blah, 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 blah. Instead of like like a nice sustained note, it's like
Look,
a
bro,
blah, 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 blah. It's got
unless
like a,
you're rocking carbies on your R1, you ain't shit.
to me, and this is hating again, but I'm gonna do it. To me, it just sounds like two Ninja 300s running at the same time.
Fuck, that is savage, man.
Savage.
That is savage.
Can I do one? I found a nice post. Here's an interesting one actually. Someone, well, obviously this is not confirmed, but Kawasaki looks like they're bringing out a new supercharged Ninja R2.
Fuck?
I looked into it this morning, and apparently they're thinking of bringing out. I'll actually show you a photo of it. It looks pretty sick. They're thinking of bringing out a supercharged 800cc, which I think is perfect because what the thousands are missing is the agility of a 600. What the 600 are missing is the down low torque of 1,000. The middleweights are pretty good, but they're missing that crazy amount of oomph that 1,000 has. Now you get a middleweight, you put a supercharger on it, you have the launch, you have the mid, and you have the crazy amount of power for the top, because even that will give you a little bit of boost. So this is what it looks like.
My opinion?
Basically an 800cc supercharged.
My opinion?
I love it. I love it.
My opinion?
Mm-hmm.
If you want a bike if you want forced induction on a bike, that means you're after power.
Not really. You're after usability, especially with the supercharger.
600cc is more than enough for agile usability.
I'm talking about for normal street riding. Normal street riding, a 600, man, you're shifting all the time because
That's sick, man.
it's got fuck all power down low, and it can get you in some pretty fucked up situations.
Go and get a Gixxer 750.
I merged. Okay, I was used to the CF where you can just power out in whatever gear and it has down low torque. I merged onto the highway on the CBR F4i, and I was in third gear and I was going about 20. I went full throttle just coming out of the side street. Nothing happened. I was like, shit.
Third gear, 20 k's an hour. That's like fucking idle, man.
Bro. But for the CF, that was no problem. No problem.
Okay, the gearing would have been different on the CF. The CF would not have been idling.
Yes, but at the same revs, the CF would have pulled so much harder. I was at 4,000-ish at that speed, 25, 30. At that speed, I had no power when the CF would have had crazy amounts of power.
Just adjust yourself to the bike, man. Done.
I just think that if a 600 had a supercharger, it would be awesome.
Fuck that, man.
Because it would kick in nice and early.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Americans putting on fucking swing arms and putting on a turbo kit on a 600cc. Dude, do not waste your fucking time and money. Get a fucking booster. Get a fucking turbo kit.
Right.
Yeah.
How else are you going to go down Lygon Street and be like...
Booster? Turbo kit? Extended swing arms? 300 rear tire? Airbag suspension? Oh, how can we forget? 2 subwoofers as well, bro. A milli. No, but seriously, man, I'm not a fan. Like, if you want a fucking supercharger or if you want forced induction.
Okay, what do you think sounds better, supercharger or turbo? Supercharger still has a blow-off valve though, so don't think.
Of course they do, man.
I'm saying don't think just the initial sound. I'm saying Don't think there's instead of a.
Well, first of all, that is flutter when you close the blower
when
valve.
you have some sort of bearing inside that's like.
No, that's what that is.
Don't you use bearing inside and it spins and shit?
The flutter comes from when you suddenly close the throttle, right? And the piping between your turbocharger and the throttle plates or the butterfly valves, the pressure, the airwaves are like bouncing back and forth. That's what causes that sound.
Oh, really? I thought it was a bearing on the blow-off valve.
Well, no, it's that pressure wave going back and forth causing that sound. Yeah, and that sound comes from the pressure wave coming a little bit out.
What about the super high pitched ones? Like the one I heard one, like it really surprised me. I thought someone was yelling out their window. It was like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a dose pipe, man.
That's sick.
That's why VLs are so sick. Because what they do is they make like a pipe that's extra long that goes from the fucking from the turbo to the intake manifold. They make it extra long out of stainless steel with heaps of bends, and that's what causes that distinct sound, right? What's it called?
That's pretty cool.
A blow-off valve. A blow-off valve actually sits on that part of the plumbing to vent out that pressure.
All I thought it was a blow-off valve with some sort of piping on it, some sort of chamber that allows it to open and close at a certain rate with the pressure, and some sort of bearing inside that creates that sound.
The blow-off valve literally gets rid of that sound.
Okay.
It literally vents.
Well, I just learned something new, and I hope other people have learned something new as well.
A blow-off valve is just a pressure relief valve. That's really all it is.
Okay. All right, your turn. One more from you.
So look, I actually saw this the other day. And I really didn't know if this was legit or a fucking troll. So it's posted by this person called Samantha.
Oh, Samantha Clyde?
I wasn't going to mention their fucking surname. Because now fucking creeps are going to creep.
I don't give a fuck.
All right, whatever, man. So this is what they said. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. I'm guessing it's a girl.
Clyde with K.
Good morning. I'm currently looking for some anodized foot pegs for my Ninja.
Yeah.
That already sounds sus.
Okay. Right? Yeah.
So I can double friends around the block like I used to on my old Diamondback.
Yes,
BMX.
I saw this. I reckon this is a straight troll.
What she's talking about is pegs. Like pegs on your front axle and rear axles that are big enough for you to be able to stand on.
Yeah, like when you used to take your mates around on your little BMX. Yeah.
Stunt riders actually use oversized pegs to do that.
Yeah.
But I think this is a troll, man.
I actually think it's a troll, a solid troll, but I didn't want to say anything, man. I didn't want to say anything. I was like, I'm just going to let this chick be. I'm not going to give her too much shit and call her out and whatever.
And you know what? I love the comments.
I did call out that chick on Northern Riders, though, because I firmly believe she's a troll. Well, not she. I think it's a guy.
I asked.
I reckon it's that guy, what's his name? John Guilford.
Shout out Guilford.
Shout out the
Shout
man.
out Johnny Guilford. He's a mad dog.
Yeah, he has a skill, man. I don't know what job this skill would require. Like, you know, the skill will be very useful for. I don't know what job it would be. But if there was, his skill of making Facebook profiles and emails and like making it nice and look legit, man, amazing.
Yeah,
amazing. And it's not like he'll spend like two weeks on one profile. No, he's pumping these out. He's pumping them out. How do you remember all these passwords? He must have like a whole sheet of passwords and usernames and shit.
He probably has a spreadsheet, like a database. Like he's got a database. Right,
that's like a lot of time,
Microsoft
man.
Access. He probably has a dedicated server.
Man, he pumps out like 2-3 profiles. Actually, that was his like golden days. Now he pumps out maybe 1 or 2 profiles every couple of days or something.
I don't even know if he's actually got a kid. He told me he had a kid.
He had a kid? He's pretty young. He's like 30 something. Oh no, he's not young. I was thinking about that.
I'm just looking at Samantha's profile.
Samantha,
like the one that asked that question.
Samantha.
I reckon she's fucking fake, man.
I reckon it's a troll, man.
Like posted this up, right?
Bro.
Fake as fuck.
Fake as fuck. Exactly. I went into it. I'm like, yeah, this is fake as fuck. People fall for it, man. People fall for it, and they think that if they back her up and be nice to her and shit,
they'll get some pussy.
They'll basically get some brownie points. But it's sad, man. Like people are so controlled by searching for pussy. There's more girls than guys in the world. Why are men so thirsty? I don't understand. There's more girls.
Bro, you know why? Because the thirst is strong.
51% of the world's population is female. Technically, there's not enough dick.
Well, there is heaps of dick here tonight. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've kind of backed myself.
This is a fucking sausage fest in here, man.
Hey. Speaking of sausage fest, for episode 5, I'm going to do a bit of spoiler alert. Anyone that doesn't want to know about this, cover your ears. But episode 5 will be a girl rider special.
Bullshit.
Yeah, buddy. Girl rider special.
Sounds to me like you're fucking thirsty.
I'm thirsty as fuck. I just want to be surrounded by chicks, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
You should do nursing then.
Nursing where?
Like in TAFE or something.
Nursing?
Yeah.
What if I just wear a nurse outfit?
Fucking, that's disturbing shit.
But is that enough? Or do I just have to full on go into it and shit? I don't know, it takes a lot of time, man. Like, I don't have that much time. I'm not a dedicated perv.
Not dedicated enough, bro.
Yeah.
So, last one. I think you've got one more.
I've got one more. Let me see. I'm gonna say names when I see a nice post that is worth mentioning. Okay. We're just scrolling down into the lovely MSR black hole.
Fuck, it is a black hole, bro.
It is, man. It is. Just sucks you in. 3 hours later, you're deep into that shit.
Deep balls deep.
Oh, this is a nice video. The Do You Even Lift, bruh? Did you see that with the wheelie? See this?
The black guy.
I'm just gonna play that. I'm just gonna play it for a second. It's sick. It's by Junior Kavanaugh. He posted it. Like, yeah, buddy.
So what's so good about this?
Oh, he's just chilling on the freeway. Just chilling on the freeway. I just like his neons, man. Can you not judge?
Pretty cool. I haven't actually seen that video.
He goes for fucking ages, man. He goes for ages. He's still going. He just goes for ages. On and on and on. Like Stephen going on and on. Shout out Stephen going on and on.
Shout out.
Have you tried the Pirelli Diablo Rosso 3 tires yet?
Bro, I have not. Are they good?
I don't know. I was going to ask you that.
I don't want to buy expensive tires because they're going to end up being
I
shredded
don't think
anyway.
they're expensive. They're not like super Corsa spec.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure. Well, I've heard good things about them. Apparently, they've been much better in the wet than the Rosso 2s. And I'm like, I hate the Rosso 2s. Hate it. Yeah.
It's a strong fucking.
Oh, dude, I rode a GSXR 600 with Rosso 2 tires and it was slightly damp. I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit, man? I'm like, dude, do you need new tires? He's like, man, I just got these. And I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, they're brand new. He's like, no, I've had them for 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, man, it was just useless in the wet. Useless. I told the same thing to Sam Carter. Didn't listen to me. Stacks.
No, he
like
didn't.
the same day I told him, I'm like, man, these tires aren't good. Don't ride in the rain on them.
He didn't
like,
stack.
He did.
Did he?
Yeah, back on his 250. I'm like, man, don't ride with these. They're fucked in the wet. What are you doing? And he, like, just out of me trying to look out for him and whatever, and be a bearer of wisdom.
Bear?
Bear. Just a bearer of wisdom. Oh.
Hey, bro, I've been looking at your face for a long time today. Like
I am a bearer of wisdom.
I can't be fucked.
And he didn't listen to me and he stacked.
Can I
screw
leave
him.
now?
You can't leave. You can't leave. Oh, actually, here's a shout out for this is legit. This is legit.
Okay, go.
Shout out to James Franklin.
James Franklin, hashtag
James Franklin. He's on MSR. He actually did a step-by-step on how to repair a tire puncture with a repair kit, like an emergency.
That, man.
Look at this, man. He just goes through the whole thing, picture by picture. Do that, then do this, then do that, then do that.
Fuck, the guy's a legend, man.
Yeah, man. And then lastly, clean up the area with some tire shine.
Oh, what a mad dog.
Man.
But I'd use Vaseline if I was him.
Oh, man. Use your lubricant of choice. It doesn't matter. Just make sure it's nice and moist.
Moist.
And let me go through one. Last one.
Can we just finish this now?
Nah, man.
I can't take this shit anymore. Can I put in a shameless plug?
Yes,
so
you can.
A few people may not know, but we've got a Snapchat, a Street Rider Snapchat. So if you have Snapchat,
even I don't know about that.
Fuck, you can add us, man. Snapchat.
Shit.
It's literally Street Riders, all one word. So Street Riders with a S at the end.
With a
all
Z?
one word. No, S. Street Riders.
Yeah.
And it's sick because, like, say if you can't make it to an event, you know,
Yeah.
like Drag Day or fucking Dino Day, for example, that we had last weekend. Like if one of us goes, we usually take a whole fuckload of Snapchats. So you get to watch some fucking cool shit. And plus, sometimes when I go stunting and my missus is there, she can tape me doing some cool stacks. So you can even see some of
Yes.
that. You know what I mean?
Yes. Lastly, could you go on to the agenda, please? I just want to discuss some events that are coming up.
There's none.
What do you mean there's not? I put them in the agenda, man.
No, they're all like non-MSR related.
They are.
No, they're not.
No,
they're
they
like,
are.
Okay.
They are. There's one.
So what people don't know is that we have an events section on the Melbourne Street Riders Facebook page.
You just turned my promotion into a plug.
No, it's true, man. It's true. So, like, what we try to do with that event section is,
Yeah.
like, all motorcycle-related events in Victoria
Yeah.
that we know of or we can find or that we get notified about, we try to put them in there. So, instead of people trying to find out all the events, motorbike-related events that are happening, you've got the one area to go, and that's MSR events. So, it's not just MSR-specific events. It's MSR-specific events plus all motorbike-related events that we find out about.
And thank you for spending the time and effort in compiling that.
Look, man, it's fucking not easy being cheesy,
Cheesy.
but I can
Japanesey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the events and mention any that are actually related. I put a few
There
in.
are. So there's we've got, because this is going to be out in a couple of weeks.
Dom's birthday as well. Can you see it in there? Dom's birthday on the 20-something.
Dom's birthday.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
on here, bro.
Bro, I sent it to you.
I know you did, but I'm looking at the event section right now.
No, not the event section, the agenda.
Yeah, but you got that from the event section on the MSR
No, I
page.
did not.
Who the fuck is Dom?
He's he's that guy that said, "Is it okay if I use the Street Riders logo as my profile photo?"
Yeah, but like it's
Do you
his
remember that guy?
birthday,
Do you remember that
man.
guy?
It's his birthday.
No. He's doing a meet. He wants bikes to come down.
Yeah, but he's into
Get back to
cars, man.
No, he wants bikes to come down.
All right.
Just plug it in.
I'm not coming to these fucking talkback podcasting. Fuck this shit, man.
Oh
Fucking
shit.
hassle, man.
Kay's been here for so long.
this
He just
shit,
wants to
man.
get the fuck out. He's like trying to crawl
I'm
out. and
hungry,
shit.
tired. I want to take a piss. Fuck this, man. Fuck. You know what?
What?
Man, if anyone knows Sam Carter,
Yeah.
all right, you should go to his place because his mum cooks you nachos.
Oh fuck.
Like, I literally went there,
Yeah, man.
right? And his mum... No, first of all...
His mum's awesome.
First of
man.
all, he's like, one of his sisters brought out iced coffee, like homemade iced coffee.
Bro, how nice are his sisters?
Bro,
Seriously, man.
I was like-
I've seen some like
Alright.
sisters of my mates, and they're bitches.
Let's not be thirsty here because they're underage anyway.
No, I'm saying how
But-
nice are they? As in how nice, not. Oh my god.
Hey, you said it, man. You're a fucking pedo bear, man.
Shit, we're
Anyway,
gonna move
who
on.
cares? One of his siblings brought out iced coffee, and I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I feel like I'm a king of Brunei.
You are.
And then, nah,
You're the king of Yorkshire.
bro. And then his mum brought out fucking nachos.
Yeah.
And it had like cheese, avocado, sour cream,
Act for that.
and it had like minced meat with fresh mushrooms in it. Holy shit! I was
God damn.
like,
God damn. Man, I want to go to Sam's. Do you want to go to Sam's after this?
yeah,
Let's do it.
fuck yeah, I do, man. Holy shit, I really do actually.
Some nachos. Hey, it's nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
What were you gonna do? What are you still doing?
I found it.
You
I was
found
looking for the agenda.
All right.
So, what you wanted to mention
Mm-hmm.
is the upcoming event. It's called Dom Birthday Meetup, Meet and Cruise. And that's it. There's no other detail there.
It's on the 23rd.
Oh, it's a fucking link.
Yep.
23rd of April.
It's a
Holy
link.
shit.
Of course, it's a link.
Yeah, but see, on his event page, he's got a fucking car.
Nah.
Clearly,
Okay.
he's not that keen. If he was keen, he'd put a fucking picture of a motorbike.
All right. Here you go, Dom. If you're listening,
Dom?
fix your shit up.
Yeah, man. Motorbikes are nothing, man. Bike life.
Motorbikes
Hashtag
or
bike life.
GDFO.
But you did put one legitimate event which is the girls' track day at Broadford,
Yes.
which is
I wanna talk about that.
May the 21st.
I want to talk about that.
Man, you are fucking thirsty tonight. You are thirsty.
We should
Thirst
all
is
do
strong.
a secret one where we go down and like watch through the fences.
Isn't that what Chris La does? Shout out, Chris La.
He just goes. He plans on doing that, but he ends up just going to sleep.
Ah, man.
Yeah, just dozing off. Papa
That's
Bear.
what blunts do to you.
The blunt's too hard.
Them blunts.
When you
No. Chris is flaccid. He knows what I'm talking about. We're starting a new stunt team. It's called Team Flaccid Riders.
I don't
Melbourne
even know.
Flaccid
I
Riders.
don't know what this is about, but I don't know where. I don't.
Oh,
think
look,
this is going
man.
in a
You know
good
when
place.
you do a wheelie and it's like fucking 10 o'clock, right? Peasantry. That's flaccid. Because you can't get it up.
What do you mean 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock's pretty good.
10 o'clock. That's nothing, man.
Oh, that's not too bad.
That's not 45 degrees, man. 10 o'clock's not 45 degrees. Even if it
Isn't
is.
it? Yeah, it is.
45 degrees is like
Bro,
peasantry.
Okay, 10 o'clock is like...
90 is on the ground.
From 9...
Not 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
10:30 is 45.
Yeah, so 10 o'clock is below
it's
45 degrees.
So close to 45.
Bro, that is flaccid. If you are doing 10 o'clock wheelies, you got a problem, man.
I guess I'm
you
flaccid.
can't get it up.
I guess I'm flaccid.
Of course you are, man. Look at you. Flaccid as fuck. You should join Melbourne Flaccid Riders.
Flaccid AF.
Hey, I'm going to ask the admin and the founder, Christopher La, if you can join the gang.
Chris La, please accept me into Melbourne Flaccid
Shout
Riders.
out Christopher La, the most flaccid rider out there.
Flaccid AF. AF as fuck.
AF, bruh.
Is that all the events we have?
Pretty much.
So when is the girls' track day? Just so people
It's
look
the
out for it.
21st of May. So it's basically
21st of May. So you've got a bit of time to prepare for it and whatever.
if you're a chickie babe, jump on the MSR Facebook page. We've got it's not our event.
Or
it's
just text
so-
04.
fucking
no,
thirsty,
no.
man. You are fucking thirsty. Thirst is strong.
Yeah. So yeah, if you
Jump on the page.
jump on the page.
Jump on the event section. Have a look at Broadford Girls Day, and there's links to take you.
And it's pretty cheap, isn't it? It's like 170 or something.
Yeah, I think I want to do a MSR track day as well. Like
Sick,
a few
yeah.
people have been harassing me. Fuck it, might as well do it.
I wish I have the money or the bike to do it, but I will eventually. Peasant life.
Yo.
Anyways, thank you so much for bearing with me, Kay, and sitting here and taking all this in and
Do you know how
allowing
last
me to ear
episode?
rape you.
Last episode we had. What was that about rape? What was that about rape?
Ear rape.
You know how last episode we had Thomas request Slayer?
Yes.
I want to request a song.
do it, man. Whatever you want.
I Need a Girl Part 2. You know why? Because you're thirsty.
What is I Need a Girl Part 2?
P Diddy.
Can we pull
man.
that up for a second?
This goes out to all the thirsty cunts out
All
there.
the thirsty
all
ladies.
all the thirsty.
Hey bro, we should do a thirsty meet where thirsty ladies come down and thirsty guys, and then that's it.
The problem is, it's all the guys that are thirsty. You know, you get one chick
What was
that
it called
comes
again?
down
What was
to.
it called?
I Need a Girl Part
I
2.
need a girl.
Part 2.
Shit, it just came up with James Aslanis.
Fuck, James, did you hear that? You thirsty, bruh.
He was thirsty. Oh yeah, P Diddy. P Diddy.
Turn it up, man. Turn it up.
It's up.
Here we go. The thirst is strong. What the fuck?
Is it playing? No? Oh, what? They actually
Bro, you fucked up.
fucked it up. Oh, no. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Look at that motorbikes, bro.
Jeez.
Holy shit. The Thirst is Strong Part 2. Featuring Alistair Wood. He needs a girl in his life. He needs to quench that thirst. Ours is thirsty as fuck.
Yeah.
Don't stop now, straight to the top.
Oh man, this is so orgy music.
Man, this is fucking gangster shit.
God damn. No helmet, no nothing.
Bro, squinting like a
Squid
motherfucking
life.
boss.
Squid AF.
Cry with me. Do this and that with me. Eat kebabs with me. Have shisha with me. Cause I'm thirsty as fuck. My name is Alistair Wood.
Shisha is life, bro. Shisha is life.
Damn.
bro. All right, so now that we end on such a nice and relaxed,
Song.
it's just a song, man.
It's an ensemble.
It just sounds like a soft porn, man.
Whatever you're imagining, bro.
Oh god. Yeah.
A girl. That's you, bro.
What?
I need a girl. I need a girl.
I need a squirrel.
A squirrel. Fuck, I don't want to know. What
For
you
me
do.
nuts.
Oh my
These
God.
nuts.
And another one. Let's go get some Dominoes, bro. Because I'm fucking thirsty.
Let's do it, man.
and
All right,
hungry.
thank you so much for listening. And this has been episode 3. I know it's been a long one. I'll probably cut some shit out, but if I don't, I'm very sorry for your time that's been wasted.
Inconvenience.
You will never get this time back
Fuck,
in
you
your
just
life.
fucked up by listening to this shit.
Yep. You will never get this time back. I'm just here to let you know that. I don't know.
Sucks to be you.
I don't care if you're pissed off about it. I don't care if you
Yo.
don't give a shit. Either way, you wasted your time, almost 2 hours of your time.
Holy shit.
It's great. You wouldn't have done anything either way. Even if you didn't waste it on this, you would have
If
just
you're
wasted
listening to this, you're about to commit suicide anyway.
pretty much.
So fucking whatever, man. Like, your life is worthless if you've typed in Kickstand podcast into fucking SoundCloud.
Pretty
Like,
much,
who the fuck
man.
does that, man?
I'm gonna upload this and just like hang myself. So join me
Alice, can you give us a beat? I want to do a freestyle.
to end it.
Yeah, to end it.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Maybe
all
just
right.
turn that
all right,
down.
let's do it.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
do it.
I'm gonna think of some.
All right.
So I haven't written anything. Ours is my evidence.
I can see him. He
No
has,
pen, no
he's
paper,
just,
nothing.
He's looking at his hand. He's looking at his palm. That's all. Other than that, there is
Nothing.
no paper, no pen. All right.
Pepper.
What kind of beat do you want?
I just want a gangster beat,
Like
man.
a gangster?
Let's go. Yo, I dreamt about doing a wheelie on the R1, and then I woke up and there was none. All I did was try to do a rolling burnout, but then I stacked on my ass. Ouch, oh shit, that's right, I woke up. My name is Ours the Wood, I'm thirsty as fuck. All I do is sleep, smoke shish and eat pizza, and I try to scab ciggies when I can. Yo.
Oh, God.
Yo.
Oh my god. They have a very cool talent for making up useless shit.
Cheers, bro. I actually, that song was about me because I'm the one that scabs ciggies.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
true, that's true. Well, no one has ciggies, so
Got nobody to scab from.
I think you should get some so you can scab for myself.
Can we try another freestyle?
Yeah, man, we can do it.
I wanna do it like.
You really want to waste people's time, don't you?
Man. Oh look, this might not even go on air, man. So whatever.
All right, I'll give you a Michael Jackson one. How about that?
Okay, go give me a beat, and I'm gonna try to give me a beat and give me a couple of words, and I'll try to rap to it. I'll try to make a story about that.
Couple words.
Maybe motorbike related.
How to build the stunt bike.
How to build a stunt bike. All right, let's
yeah,
do
yeah.
it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yo, how to build a stunt bike part 1. You start by getting your L's. You go out and buy a bike. You stack it and that's okay, because you're gonna convert it to stunt bike. First you strip off all the fairings, then you put on a sub cage, then you decide that you want a rear handbrake. You put on the straight handlebars, they gonna make you more stable. Then you do wheelies and such, and that's gonna stable. Fuck, I don't know, man. I can't rhyme. It's too late. I was feeling the beat, but I just can't rhyme. Look how you just started.
Oh god.
Oh, Nana.
Anyways, thank you so much for listening. If we keep this part, I'm sorry again, but your life sucks anyway. Thank you, and
Hashtag
we'll
Sam Carter.
see you on the next one. And
another one.
Yeah,
And another one.
another one.
You loyal. I appreciate you.
And we're done.
Good effort.